Hopefully, you're overcoming the roadblocks to giving. There was a great deal of information in this segment, so let's cover some of the highlights. Number 1, heaven, not earth, is my home. The Bible clearly tells us in Hebrews 11 that we are strangers, aliens, pilgrims on this earth. Our citizenship is in heaven, so we're not to get too attached to the things of this earth. Even though heaven is a place we've never been, it's a place we were made for. Jesus is preparing a place for us in heaven. Let's not forget that the Creator of the universe has been working on our home for the last 2,000 years. We can't imagine just how wonderful it will be. Number 2, I should not live for the dot, but for the line. Remember that our lives have 2 phases. The dot, which represents our life on earth, and the line, which represents eternity. The person who lives for the dot lives for treasures on earth that end up in junkyards. The person who lives for the line lives for treasures in heaven that will never end. Giving is living for the line. Number 3, let's not become obsessed with our possessions. The PBS television show called Affluenza addresses what it calls the modern-day plague of materialism, the chasing of the almighty dollar, which leads to nothing but despair, broken families, broken friendships, and financial ruin. It takes time away from the most important things in life: God, family, and friends. Number 4, the tyranny of things. The more things we own, the more things actually own us. Every item we buy is one more thing to think about, talk about, clean, repair, rearrange, fret over, and replace when it goes bad. Number 5, don't chase after the wind. In other words, things are nothing more than mirages. King Solomon was the wealthiest man who ever lived. He had anything anyone could ever desire on earth and discovered that it was all meaningless. Let's seek God's will, and we'll have everything that really matters. Number 5, giving is the only antidote to materialism. The act of giving is a vivid reminder that it's all about God and not about us. God is the point. I am not the point. I was created for Him. He was not created for me. And number 6, don't settle for a life of unsatisfying material acquisitions like mud pies in the slums. God wants you to have eternal treasures and exhilarating joy that comes through giving.